Welcome back to your third favorite comic book podcast. This is issue number 40, the big 40. I'm your host, KodyCollects, here with my co-host as always, ComicBookStache. How you doing, buddy?
I'm alive.
He's alive.
I mean, I always say that, but I am alive.
Listen, we're back from C2E2. We killed it on the trip. Now we're just going to do a chill episode, guys. Back to it, you know?
Back to reality, back to just being at home.
Sounds so sad being home, dude. We'll go to a con soon.
It's a good, we got to go to another one. It was pretty fun. Yeah, I would love to go to SDCC, but
that's the big acorn, dude. That's like the big one. We'll go to NYCC. I'll promise you that.
Okay,
I promise you, we'll go this year.
I mean, listen, it's sad coming back from a con, but it's also good to just come back and do these. Because I do enjoy these. And we did make it a point at the con to not talk about anything that's happened in the past month of our lives.
Yeah, I mean, last 2 months at this point, right? Because got all the May stuff, if there's any, and then there's all the April stuff. Dude.
April was a big one. Yeah.
So
I mean, we're both 26 you're almost 26.
Yeah. And on Friday, as of recording, on Friday, I will be 26, and then we'll both be 26.
Hey, maybe this episode will come out on your birthday.
It literally might be, guys. So comment happy birthday. I'd really appreciate that.
Comment happy birthday, Cody, and you will get nothing but making this boy happy.
Listen, guys, thank you so much for saying happy birthday. I know you guys are all doing it in the comments. But listen, in this episode, got a little catching up to do, all right? Me and Christian, it's been a while. If you don't give a shit, skip ahead, maybe skip to like 10 minutes or something. We'll probably be done catching up. But other than catching up, we're gonna talk about some media news, some movie stuff. A lot of moving and shaking. Got to ask Christian some opinions on some recent news. Then I think we're gonna do some recent reads, some recent pickups, maybe even do a TBR for May, because I got one. I don't know if Christian's got one, but yeah, that's what we're looking at for this episode. But yeah, let's just catch up, man. Christian, any life stuff, dude? Last couple weeks, couple months, dude.
I mean, I kind of stopped buying comics for a minute. Wanted to get some like financial things in order, and I was like, you know what? Let me take a break.
Sometimes you got to do that, bro.
The books will be there when I come back. You know, it's not gonna
having the self control. I respect the shit out.
Plus,
of that,
I knew I had like the con coming up, so I was like, let me take a little break from buying, which kind of sucks because it's harder to make content about comic books when you're not buying comic books. But I'm gonna go back to it soon. But it was nice, like taking that like breather, like and like it actually helped me like narrow down my pull list. Now I'm going into the store and being like, I know what I actually like.
That I got you, dude. That's probably like a beneficial thing. I think that's something that I'm looking to do too. In the next couple weeks, like once I move, I think that'll be like a good cutover. It's like, all right, focus on what you actually like really want to read every single week. Yeah. Is there a couple series, dude, that especially from like DC, for example, that I don't need to pull every single issue. There's a lot of series I like, but
there's a couple DC ones that I'm like, I really don't care for this. Like, I'm just pulling up my pool this week. Well, not this week, but this month. I don't care for Nightwing
this week's
anymore.
A tough one, I will say.
I don't care for Nightwing anymore. I don't care for Doctor Strange anymore. Daredevil, I don't care for. Green Lantern's like a hit or miss for me.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Titans, I don't care for anymore. Yeah, it's just a bunch, honestly.
This week, dude, there's nothing I can cut. That's the shitty part. Sometimes there's like,
what's this
like,
week?
But anyway, so yeah, I feel you, dude. Sometimes taking a break is necessary. It really allows you to like focus on what you actually want to pull. I think that's smart, man. And I think that even though you maybe haven't been buying, you say it's harder to make content for, you've been making a lot of great, especially like distillery stuff, man. So
I mean, yeah, I will say like, and thank you, distillery, putting it out there. I'm lucky enough where they send me the books, so like it's like, okay, I don't have to like go out and buy them. So that's fun. I think the only one I haven't read the distilleries put out is, what is it? Gone Number 3 is the only one.
Got number 3, yeah.
Or is that coming out right now?
I think that already came out. Yeah, I have it.
Okay, so Gone Number 3 is the only one I don't have.
I have it on my desk here, but yeah.
But I mean, White Boat, We both read it. It hasn't come out. I read it at least.
Hasn't come out. Well, actually, that one did come out officially. I haven't read it yet.
So yeah, it comes out on the 22nd. Right?
Okay, yeah. That I do. I might have it. They might have sent it to me. I have a ton of
I'm
stuff.
sure. I mean, they sent it to me. You're actually gonna be working on unboxing some things,
dude. So okay, here's the thing, right? If you're gonna move, do you unbox like a whole? Is it easier to move stuff already in a box, or should I open it and then I have to pack it?
The content creator in me says like open all of it. You know.
I know it. Yeah.
But so I'll
probably get to that. But
yeah, I know you have an idea of how to open them. Like, and it's not gonna be like just like a little TikTok. So
yeah, it's gonna be a part of like a larger thing. I don't know. It'll be easier once I have like dude. I've been kind of hinting at it, but I will be moving states in a couple of weeks. So once I move, dude, I'm gonna have a full room just to myself. I won't have to share it with my wife.
Yeah.
My old ball and chain, dude.
That's also big news right there. Yeah, let's not skip that one. You've been collecting things. What else did you collect?
I know, dude. I collected a wife, guys. April 8th. My I guess my wife now, but we've been together for 10 years. So we got eloped, dude. We just said F it.
Here's the thing. I'll tell you this. Let's
just get eloped.
There's one thing I know about Kody, and that's that he loves his wife. I can tell you, the April 8th, their 10-year anniversary, their first date was like the winter ball or whatever it was called, the something dance.
It was the spring fling semi-formal.
There you go.
Yep.
You see? Yeah, I don't know why I said winter in April, but you know, I'd never had a dance at school. So
listen, April 8th, I'm just gonna say too, that was the day of the eclipse. The crazy
that was pretty
eclipse.
Nice. I was pretty nice. I did send a message to your now wife.
I remember. Yeah, you had a very thoughtful messages to both.
No, not that. I did send a very thoughtful message to Riley. I will say that, but she did post a video, like a picture of you looking at the eclipse, and after sending her a very heartfelt message about like you guys getting married, and I just got choked up for some reason. Don't know why. I just said type of guy to accidentally go blind looking at the sun.
So, no, I didn't actually. I might have had glasses. I feel like I didn't look straight at the sun, but I don't know. Anyway,
no, you had the glasses. I had to put in the joke in there. I couldn't be all nice all the time.
I gotcha. But yeah, dude, I don't know. So a lot of stuff moving and shaking. We'll be moving in a little bit. Me and the wife finally got eloped, and then. Not that it matters here, but a job stuff. I'll be getting like sort of a new job, same company, but it might be on like a different team.
It's pretty.
I don't know
man.
if that means more money for comics and action figures. I don't know. Should probably focus on my retirement or something.
Nah,
I don't know.
That'll come at some point in life, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I don't know what else to say about my. I have like sort of a beard.
Dude, you're rocking the new facial there, man. I think you're killing it.
That's it. And I grew out my hair a little bit. I have a mullet. That's life. Kody's getting married. I got a mullet.
Kody's getting married. I got a mullet.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Yeah, that's kind of all I had for catching up, dude. But I don't know. It seems there's a lot of life stuff happening, dude. Hopefully we can chill for a little bit and then get back to being consistent with everything. I mean,
you've been more consistent. You've been more consistent than me, but also I haven't been reading. So
stuff with the yeah, I've been sort of consistent on TikTok, but I more mean just like the color break stuff, man. Yeah, I'd love to get 100%. Like into a groove. We're getting interviews. We have some stuff in the popping. We've some stuff.
Yeah, I think one of the things that every convention gets us excited to create more, of course. But I feel like this last one specifically, and we put out a whole episode about it, but we did a panel, filled that shit up. So experiences like that really tell you oh yeah, this is for real.
Yeah, like when there's people, there's a room full of people and they laughed at our jokes a couple times. And it's like,
I said a couple good ones.
So, yeah, definitely. I know what you mean. Like once we got back from the con, it's like really inspired, dude. Let's start making some stuff with my buddies again. Get back to it. So yeah, look forward to it, man. I think that's it for catching up.
My last catch, I've been working out. That's it.
Dude, that's right. Christian has been grinding. He's been running, right? Just running.
Yeah, but I used to love running, dude. When I was 15, 14. And I tried running the other day. There's a video I'm making about it. It'll probably take me a year to make because it's about the whole process of working out. Dude, I couldn't get to 100 feet. I felt like my lungs were burning, like my legs, dude, my ankle.
Right, I mean, that's the big thing, dude. I mean, maybe you shouldn't run, dude. Your ankle.
I enjoy it. It's okay.
Okay.
But hey, that's it. That's it for the catching up. We'll move on. I think we'll do like current news and things we're reading, and then maybe we'll do like a little bit like what we hope for the future, as it always goes.
Yeah. All right, dude. So that's it. That's it for catching up. So we got some media news, some movie and TV or whatever junk consumerism. Listen, they put out James Gunn put out the Superman suit, Christian. So I gotta get your opinion. The Superman suit, David, what's his name? Corin Sweat or something like that.
No idea
what a guy.
How to say it.
But David, give me your opinions on this suit because it's pretty divisive online. I mean, people either love it or hate it.
I have a complaint, but also it's my favorite thing about it.
Interesting. Okay. Here, I'm pulling up the suit just for my own recollection. Okay. Yep. There it is.
It looks pretty like not great as far as like how it was made. Like it's like my sweater. It looks like crumpled and shit.
I got you. It's got like crumple zones on the
the like
shoulders.
So just a little like background info. Like Marvel, when they make their suits, they make a chest plate and then they make the arms separate. So there's always like straps here or something hiding the actual like separation.
And that's where people say that Marvel suits always look like over-engineered. They got stuff going on. But
hear me out.
Yep.
Who made Superman's suit?
So that's the thing, right? If they're going the angle that it's Martha or like the mom, whatever the mom ends up being named in this universe or whatever, but yeah.
If it's Martha, then that makes total sense. So like that's what I'm saying. Like it's my one complaint, but also if it might be the best thing about it.
Yeah, it's interesting just looking at the suit. To me, it doesn't scream that the mom made it.
Yeah.
Just because it just looks too complex for like a human without like a manufacturing like factory, you know what I mean? I don't know, but
I think it's one of those things where like the material is the thing.
The material.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the screen. Don't worry. It's I like the underwear.
Yeah, he's got the trunks.
He's got the
trunks. He's got the boots.
I'm happy. I don't hate it.
He's got the collar too, so I know that and like I think it's the New 52 suit. Yeah. He has the he's rocking the collar. Yeah, and he's got like these lines everywhere. I know people were saying they weren't a big fans of the like what seemed like random lines just all over the suit.
I mean, like think about it. When you're reading a comic book, like unless it's Alex Ross, there's not gonna be like a lot of detail in the suit. You're not going to be able to see the material, but like it has to be a material. If it's going to be smooth, that doesn't work.
Yeah, true. I think, dude, to me, right? I mean, this isn't like my favorite picture ever. I think we do need to see kind of like him standing up even would just like put a lot of fears at ease. I feel like if we just see it in motion, it's kind of hard to tell one way or another for me if I like the suit or not just based off this one pic.
But like
I mean, he looks like Superman. I will say that. Like his hair,
kind of reminded me of like
he's ripped. So you can tell that.
What's this guy's name? John Cena.
John Cena. Okay.
What's his character's name?
Oh, Peacemaker.
It's like the same material as the Peacemaker suit, where it's not just a T-shirt; it's thicker.
Right.
It's sort of that same material, or maybe I'm wrong. I've never actually watched Peacemaker, but like
it's good, dude. You'd probably like Peacemaker.
From my recollection of what the suit looks like, it's not just like a T-shirt.
No, it definitely is more than a shirt. I guess the one thing I will say, like in regards to the picture they released, I know a lot of people are saying like Superman putting his boots on. That's so stupid. Whatever. I saw that. So our buddy Drew, obviously a plug. We went to the con with Drew or whatever. He was on the panel.
Yeah.
But Drew put out a video and I thought it was really good. It was kind of like dissecting this picture. It really just is showing that Superman is like an everyday guy, right?
Yeah,
like
that's my favorite thing.
There's trouble outside. He's got to put his boots on. You know what I'm saying?
My favorite thing about Superman is that he's a guy.
Yes. So when people are saying we don't want to see Superman saving cats and trees, we don't want to see. I don't care if him putting on his boots or.
But that's it.
That's so sick, man.
Yeah,
That's like the best stuff.
My favorite. There's the scene in the show, like the Superman, like Lois and Clark, whatever it's called. What's the new one? The CW one?
It's this like the live action show.
Yeah.
I think it's called Lois and Clark. I think
There's a scene in it where like he's struggling to carry like a box or something. Of course, he's not struggling, but like I like those small details. Of, like just seeing him like being clumsy and like,
oh yeah.
Can't carry this. I gotta put my shoes on. You know, like he's a guy.
Right.
That's straight up what he is. He has to be just a guy because that's how he was raised. He didn't actually become Superman at like 5. He grew up
Nature
as a kid.
versus nurture, dude. Absolutely,
he grew
man.
up as a normal kid, and then like his powers don't manifest when he's like a baby, right?
No, that's a good point. Yeah, they take a little bit, or when he's like a kid and all that stuff.
Yeah,
it depends on like which origin you read and all that stuff.
But regardless, I mean, like he was raised by Martha and that guy.
Probably like John, maybe it might be John, just because
Ben.
I forget, dude. But yeah, dude, I think it's a great picture. I think it's cool that they revealed it. It's interesting that they did like a battle damage suit. Like, it's kind of like toasted a little bit.
There's also like the Brainiac. It looks like a Brainiac something in the background.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck's going on there, but it does look it looks alien, right? So I'm sure it's
see my favorite take, and I'm not gonna find it because I saw it on Twitter. My favorite take is they announced the actor who's playing Papa Kent, whatever his name is.
Yep.
And someone said he looks nothing like David Cornsweet, and it's like, yeah,
it's not his biological son.
Yeah, he's adopted.
I'd be worried if he looked just like him. I mean,
yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with it. I'm not going to complain. Listen, I will complain if I hate the movie once I watch it.
Yeah, it's hard to... I mean, people are like, this universe is already off to a bad start. Look at the suit. I'm like,
if you show me the trailer and it's like shitty CGI or like just like horrible dialogue, I'll be like, okay, this sucks. But like an actual like footage of like movement and shit.
Right. Just based off the picture, man. I think we're jumping the gun a little bit, guys. It's just,
guys.
Look at the suit. You can have your opinions, but I don't know if calling off the whole movie just because.
No, I mean, listen, if you told me like MODOK, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I get it. The design is kind of like different. I get that, right? Yeah, but like if they changed the suit a whole bunch, it's like, okay, cool. But it's still a Superman. If it was like
yellow or some shit.
Yeah. If it was but like it's still a Superman suit.
So that's the first piece of media news I wanted to go over. Had to get Christian's opinion on it. I know a lot of people were talking about it. What about this Galactus casting, Christian? Do you have any, or just, I guess, like your thoughts on just, it sound like Galactus is going to be in this Fantastic Four movie? I think we were a little like, oh, maybe Galactus won't be in it. But now it's official. They've got, what's his name? What's the dude's name?
The guy? Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, the guy. Ralph Ineson. Prolific British actor. He's in like Game of Thrones and stuff like that.
What's my take on it? I like the voice. Like his voice is pretty.
Dude, that's what I was gonna get to, dude. His voice. I mean, that's a Galactus ass voice if I've ever heard one, man.
Yeah, his voice is perfect. I will say I've never seen him act, so I can't really comment that much. As far as there being a Galactus, I think it's kind of like I feel like Galactus should be like a vision. For me, Galactus should be what Thanos was in Age of Ultron.
Right.
Where like Tony sees like everyone dead and it's like, oh my god, he's coming.
Right. It should be. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like Fantastic Four 2 almost, right?
Yeah, like they go into the Phantom Zone and he sees Galactus and he's like, oh no. And then they come back. It's sort of like Life Story.
Gotcha.
The Three Fantastic Four Life Story.
I haven't yet.
The entire time, like, it's not a spoiler. It's just like the story. I'm not gonna tell you what exactly happens, but the entire time it's
like he's anticipating.
Yeah, he's like he's coming. Like something's coming. I know it. I saw it, and like everyone's like, chill out, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
like
I feel like
that's pretty compelling. Where it's like this guy who's just like almost tortured by the fact that something like is coming, and
And hear me out.
Yeah.
Maybe he goes to the future to try to like prevent it, like learn from, because it looks like it's going to be in like the 50s,
right?
So maybe they go into the future at the end to try to like get some knowledge,
I like that theory, dude.
And they get stuck there,
right? Another theory I've heard, dude, and I think it's pretty sick, is They're on their universe that's like kind of not trapped in the 50s, but it's got that 50s aesthetic in their universe. And then they fail in stopping Galactus. They're like hopping over, and they're like, okay, we got to help this universe like stop Galactus, like learn from our mistakes or something like that.
That'd be a good one too.
But I think yours is cool too. Like if they do some time travel stuff. I mean, that's the thing about the Fantastic Four that I've been loving, man. It's just damn good sci-fi, dude. Like every like arc, every the Ryan North stuff going on right now. It's like every issue is just like a fun sci-fi story.
Was it Ryan North, that one that was just like, or like was it they're just on a ship, or is that like Marvel Zombie? There's one where like it's just a ship and like there's like a ghost in the ship, and like.
Oh, actually, I think that one is it's a Ryan North issue, but I don't think I've read it yet.
I don't know. It seems like 7. Like I know we're both like behind, but like it's one of those things where like Fantastic Four, I feel like could be anything. Like it's sci-fi at its finest.
Yeah, dude. Like even in the Ryan North run, like they're going to a universe where they're all dinosaurs, and like that was a fun issue. And I don't know,
as far as like to me, like Fantastic Four goes, and it's like I'm gonna like say something stupid probably, but like I sometimes see it more as sci-fi, like more so than like a Guardians of the Galaxy. Does that make sense?
No, I know exactly what you mean, bro. Like there's two different like for me flavors of sci-fi.
For me,
like,
Guardians of the Galaxy,
it's a big umbrella.
Guardians of the Galaxy is mainly like action.
The space, yeah.
It's just like it's a Western in the new one. Like they have a lot of Western elements. It's just action,
right?
So like, but Fantastic Four is just sci-fi in my head,
right? Like it's it's not as many like laser guns and that sort of thing. It really is just like high sci-fi concepts. Like oh you shrunk down and you're this small and you're inside the body.
And if anyone disagrees with us, please comment down below. We will not read it, but you will help. Help us
the algorithm. It's a good point. I mean, we haven't read like just a ton of Fantastic Four, but just from what I read, dude, the Jonathan Hickman Omnibus Volume #1, just damn good sci-fi. Even like every 3-issue arc is just so good.
Even the Fantastic Four, like in the Marvel Zombies, like it's the ultimate Fantastic Four. Solid, very good.
Yeah.
I love it, dude.
That dude. Next piece of media news I gotta ask you. This one is hot off the presses, dude.
Oh, really?
Spider-Man Noir show, starring Nicolas Cage. It's going to be live action. It's going to be on Amazon Prime or something. Give me your thoughts on this, dude.
I don't care. It's cool. It's like cool.
So you're not like a Spider-Man Noir head.
I
know
am.
Some people.
I like Spider-Man Noir. It's just like sometimes I like something, but I don't need it.
Right. Right. I'm sure a lot of people were saying that with Madam Web. Too,
I love Howard the Duck. Don't need another movie with him in it.
You're not looking for a sequel to that beautiful Quack Fu movie, dude.
I there's things that I love that are not necessary. It's like when people ask for like the only sequel I like really want is like The Nice Guys with Ryan Gosling. Other than that, no movie really needs a sequel.
Yeah, so I wanted to bring it up because I feel very much similar to you. Just in the fact of like all the action. So like you look at Spider-Man as a character, right? I am kind of over Spider-Verse shit, dude. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of just like a different universe. I feel like it's like a big cop out for a lot of things.
I gotta be honest. I'm like wear down to a nub. I'm worn down to a nub.
Like when we like at the end of like I'm not gonna lie, at the end of like the Marvels.
Right.
You watched it, right?
Yeah, I did, but I can't remember.
So you get the X-Men, you get like Beast.
Oh, gotcha.
And it's dope, dude. Get fucking X-Men. But I don't I don't care that it's a separate universe. There was better ways to do it,
Dude, this is exactly what I wanted to bring it up for, because does every single Spider-Man character need his own show now too? It's like,
no, dude.
The thing I will say though, the producers of this show I saw was the Philip and Lord, the guys who
did like what?
They like produced the Into the Spider-Verse movies.
I still don't need it.
that's the only thing I'm
Listen,
gonna say is finish out that trilogy, and then dude, let's shove all the Spider-Verse shit into a closet for 10 years, man.
Accept would be like a Spider-Ham show for kids
with John Mulaney as the voice.
Maybe it doesn't need to be John. I love John Mulaney. Hey, Everybody's in LA, amazing show. You should watch it.
I gotta check it out. So
it's but like to me, like a Spider-Ham show, it's like you get something for the kids that also the adults can enjoy. And that'd be like cool, but it's just like it's not like main universe or anything. It's not connected to like the greater MCU. It's just like, hey, kids, here's a show, you know?
Right,
and it's just
right.
silly, funny, and like that's it. That's the only like extra other character I would want. But it wouldn't be like, oh my god, did you watch the new episode? Let's talk about Spider. It would just be like, cool, man, that exists.
Nah, dude, I'm with you, bro. Let's stop it with multiverse stuff. But if we can't do that, let's at least stop it with the Spider-Verse stuff. Dude. Yeah, I don't think every B tier, C tier Spider-Man character needs a show. Like, remember they're doing like a show for like Donald Glover was gonna be like the disco dancer or something. They're making like a show. Dude, it's like that's like the craziest pull for a Spider-Man villain. He's gonna get a show now. You're telling me?
What about like that like animated Spider-Man show we're supposed to get like freshman year or whatever the hell?
Right. That one's supposed to be coming out.
Give me that.
Right.
Because you announced it already. But like, I don't care, dude. Like, there's so many interesting characters that we could get, and you're like giving me Spider-Man Noir. It feels it feels like a joke.
And it's interesting too because it's gonna be live action. It's like, why not just do it animated, dude?
It feels like everything.
More often than not, it should just be animated. I'm not complaining with you guys, man. Like
100%.
I don't know, but. All right, so let's move on, dude, because we don't care, man. We don't care. If you guys care, type in the comments you care, but you won't catch me caring,
I truly do not care. Like, I'm probably gonna watch it, but not like day one. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, it's out.
Dude, I might not even watch it, bro. I'll be honest with you. Like, a lot of the MCU shit that, like... Oh, I guess this is the other media thing I was gonna bring up, but I didn't. But did you see, like, the House of Harkness, like... Or the Agatha show. I don't even know what it's called anymore.
The Lion Witch and the Crazy Wardrobe, whatever.
Dude. So at this point, I think people are catching on that it's something. It's like they're trying to be funny with their marketing. It's something related to the show. It's like
just call
chaotic and it's spilling out into our world or something. If they could
just call it Agatha.
But like, dude, I'm not even excited for the okay, honestly, dude, if we're looking at like the MCU future stuff. I don't give a shit about Brand New World, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like Deadpool 3, it's coming out.
The ones you told me, you've told me a couple you don't care about. You don't care anything to do with like Agatha, Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel.
No, you're just doing all the women, dude. No. Whoa. But no, it's like all the shows, bro. Like I couldn't give two shits about, man. Like I watched 2 episodes of Secret Invasion. I'm like, I think I'm over these. I'm gonna cancel Disney Plus.
Like I said,
honestly.
Once again, there's so many characters that, like, if you give me season 2 of Miss Marvel, dude, I'm gonna be happy.
Right?
Give it to me. Miss Marvel was good.
Right, but instead, dude, they're giving us like
Agatha, like, and nothing
just
against
looking at the slate of upcoming like MCU stuff. I'm just like, what's going? They announced, dude, Bob Iger, he's like pissed, man. He's pissed. So he said that they're only going to do like 2 movies and like 2 shows a year for the MCU.
I'm good with that.
And I'm like, wow, you guys should have done that like 5 years ago, man. I will be honest with you, because
I will say, like, other than Secret Invasion, I don't feel like they've had a flop. They've just had like not great stuff.
Right.
I don't want to say the MCU is dead. It's just like
they gotta. I'm waiting for that thing to like recharge me. It might be Deadpool 3. I mean, Deadpool 3 might be super sick and it might be doing everything.
I'm not that excited for that movie.
That's the thing, bro. I'm not a big Wolverine head just to begin with. I honestly I don't like Deadpool as a character like in comics. I'm not the biggest Deadpool guy either. But I'm only trying to see it because Taylor Swift's in it, guys. Taylor Swift's gonna be Dazzler.
Hey, I hope,
dude. So Riley was telling me, in Taylor Swift's new album, The Tortured Poets Department or whatever,
she says
there's a song. Okay, there's a lyric where she says like, "I promise you, I'm gonna be dazzling." Listen, guys.
How do you feel about the Tortured Poets Society?
Okay, so if we're talking about being like this one might get me some hate, dude. But if we're talking about being like just tired or worn down to a nub from like the MCU, dude.
Okay.
You bet your ass Taylor Swift has worn me down to a nub.
And we love Taylor. We love her.
I love Taylor. I support her. Keep flying those private jets. It's just like, man, I have not sat down and listened to the new album. I've listened to it if Riley's listening to it. Like I won't tell her. Turn that shit off.
What I do is like I put it on when I'm driving, and that's it. Have my couple songs that I like.
Right. I know like the singles that Riley loves from the new album, like those are good, but
100%.
I'm not
gonna say I didn't get the vinyl. You know, I'm not gonna say I didn't.
I think Riley got it just because my record collection is her record collection, so I've got the vinyl now. But
it's just it's too many. I don't like too many of anything,
bro. It's the MCU effect. It's the Star Wars effect.
I don't like too many of anything, dude. That's why I don't eat rice.
Too much of the same thing in one meal. Dude. Too many grains, bro. All right, dude. So listen, that's all the media stuff I wanted to cover, and I'm glad we mentioned Taylor Swift. We got to do that once per episode. So that's good.
It is. It's in our rider. It's in my rider. If Kody doesn't talk about Taylor Swift, I'm not doing the show.
What do you want to do, bro? Recent reads or recent pickups?
We can do recent I mean, I have no recent pickups unless like I got like some birthday things.
Dude, you want to do? You can just show and tell your birthday stuff.
Show it, but like I'll tell you what it is. Well, I can show you this. This is right here on my desk. Show you this little camera. I built it. You can rewind it. Everything moves, which is like kind of nice. And I don't know how to open this.
Like the film pops out too, right?
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm gonna break it, but the film pops up. Oh, here it goes.
Dude, Riley got the Polaroid one, which is pretty cool.
Here you go, and there's actual like film in there.
Dude, so something about the Kody show, I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
Whenever there's like a new, like whenever they announce like new Lego sets, dude, because I don't want to bring that stuff up here. That's something I'm going to be talking about the Kody show, where it's like, I just want to geek out about this new Lego set they announced, dude. It's like the Eye of Sauron like tower from Lord of the Rings. It's massive, bro. It's like $460. It's huge. So dude, Lego's been killing it, man. I'm trying. It's hard.
No,
it's hard,
I feel
comics,
you, man.
Lego action figures, like
for me, I'm keeping it at comics. I don't have room for Lego. I got I'm trying to remember. I got the Complete Conspiracy, Department of Truth.
Yep.
So that's good. I finished
it.
It's beautiful. I only hadn't read Volume 3, but Volume 3 is mainly just like not main continuity. It's like the past, right?
Sometimes they take like little break issues or little break like arcs where they do like mini stories or like case file type stuff. I'm trying
to remember. I did get a Flash action figure that showed up in a video. You saw it.
Yep. That's a nice action figure too.
I love the Flash, dude. And I got the Batman, the Scott Snyder number 2, the Omni.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that you completed that set, because I think it's a two book set. So
I thought it was 3, but hey, better. I can just finish the story. And
I think it's 2, because if it was 3, that means I need a third one. So.
And I got,
I think it's 2.
I got Cyclops glasses.
And you're not wearing them right now? You're not wearing them all the time, dude? What the heck?
Dude, I drive with them. My thing is like the peripheral vision sucks. So if I'm like at a red light, I have to like look both ways for real. They are pretty like nice. I do like them. I'm gonna put it up on the screen so people can see it. But Kody, I will show you a picture right now.
Dude, nice. The Cyclops glasses. Oh, okay. I think you might have sent me like a Snapchat with those on or something.
Yeah, dude, they're pretty sick.
That was pretty sick, dude. Listen, X-Men Fever is at like an all-time high, man.
Yeah, Cyclops is my favorite. We know this.
Yeah, dude.
He's my favorite because he's the leader, but he doesn't want to. And nobody listens to him. Nobody listens to him. I relate to that.
I want to get more into X-Men, but that's another thing, dude. It's just there's so much of it. I mean,
we gotta find like a good Omni. I feel like the best way it's like we did with Superman, where it was like, hey, let's both get the Tomasi Omni, right? And it was like we both like, oh, this was cool because we were both reading it. I feel like if
I don't know what I mean. There's so many X-Men Omnis.
I have the new X-Men #1, like the first Omni.
Right, you got the Grant Morrison.
Yeah, that one's pretty. I enjoyed what I read. I haven't gotten like even to half of it, but I feel like that's a good way to, like, if we ever want to force each other to read a book, it's like, hey, let's make it content.
So dude, I want to do some recent pickups as
Go
well.
Go for it, buddy.
This past weekend, my wife and I, we went, we were touring our new apartment, and I was up there for work and stuff too. But we went to a bunch of like thrift stores, comic stores, and bookstores. We really just did like a whole bunch of shopping in the Portland. It's nice, dude. It's nice. Like,
yeah,
we're gonna be around this area a lot, and it was really cool to like explore the city a little more.
There's a part at a thrift store. There's a part where you brag, right? A
little bit, yeah, bragging a little bit, dude.
Just to me.
So I got this from the year 2000, dude. A little vintage, little Joker.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Look at the mug on this guy, dude.
I like silly guys, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty sick, dude. So that's a nice shelf decoration there. Trying to get like a whole bunch of my like dream, dude, because I do like my monthly shelf update or whatever. So my dream is to have like just like a bunch of stuff I can like pick from and then just like decorate my shelf really quick.
That makes sense. Especially with the seasons and everything you get. Like if you got Mr. Freeze for Christmas.
Right, dude.
Scarecrow for Halloween.
This guy knows what's up.
Yeah, I know things.
So we went to Coast City Comics, dude, and dude, I'm gonna be hitting up Coast City Comics like all the time, bro. It's like my favorite comic shop. I was blown away as soon as I walked through the door. And I got 3 things. First thing, see if this will be good for the mic, all the crinkling. So I've been trying to collect a bunch of Jeff Lemire hardcovers.
Yeah.
So I got the Royal City, the complete collection.
It's nice.
I've been having a ton of fun just reading like Jeff Lemire stuff, man. Just so much heart, dude.
Fish flies.
Dude, fish. Oh my
it's so good. I haven't read Fish Flies, but I know you like it.
Yeah, so that was a fun find. That's one, dude. For a while, I was like, if I see Royal City hardcover, I'm just gonna buy it on site because it's like something I never see.
I don't think I've ever said this. It's gonna be in a video. I do mention it in a future video in the vlog for the convention.
Yeah.
Hanging out with Cody around like collected editions is both really nice. Like I told him, it's a cute, you see him like geek out. And
yeah.
Shit. It's like if you're not looking to buy a collected edition, you're gonna suffer. It's just
right.
It's like we go to a convention. It's me standing for like an hour, being like, "Cody, you like this?" It's like, "Oh yeah, another book,
dude." I like when Riley sees like, oh, a place has like graphic novels. She's like, "Okay, I'll meet you here in about like 10 minutes." Like, I was like, she just lets me to it because she knows I'm about to do some damage. I cannot stop with hardcovers.
That's cool. No,
dude.
It's cool, man. I like it. I like it. If I had like more room, I would definitely do that. Oh, that looks nice. Who's that? Ed Brubaker?
Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips. I think this is what they did. They did this before they even did like Criminal or Reckless. Cool. So just trying to get just as much hardcover Jeff Lemire and Ed Brubaker.
It looks really nice, dude.
That was a fun find. I won't show this. I'll show this real quickly. So we got Battle for the Cowl hardcover. Oh, yeah. This was in like their used section, so it was like $10. Just nice Batman hardcover. Yeah, nothing crazy, but yeah, it's a little older.
I will say one of these days I'm gonna like once you move and everything, you're gonna have to take me to that store.
Yes, dude, 100%, bro. If you ever visit, I mean, we're gonna be doing some damage.
Yeah, because you're a Maine guy, dude.
Yeah, I know. Now I'll be going back to Maine.
Yeah,
going back up to Maine.
When he's in Lobster Man, comic book store.
Dude, I was like, that's so Maine. I didn't even know they had a statue like dedicated to every Maine lobsterman. It's like a memorial or whatever.
I will say, like I like being totally
like
honest. I don't care to go visit you. I'm going there for one person only. Who? Going there for Jerry.
Nice. Jerry's gonna love you, dude.
Going there for Jerry Boy, nothing else.
So, dude, this next find, I was super stoked to find this. So it's called Blazing Combat.
Okay.
It's a collection of war stories from the 60s, dude. So this is from 65 and 66. It's all written by a guy named Archie Goodwin.
That looks interesting.
But it's got like, look at this fucking art, dude. It's all black and white.
It's a trade? Oh, yeah.
It has like the craziest, like most detailed penciling and inking.
I like
it's
that.
Like it's like the crate, like flipping through this. I'm like, what in the world, bro?
I like
they don't make comics like this anymore, bro.
No, that looks pretty sick, honestly.
And people say it's like as far as like war comics go, like Archie Goodwin is he's like the war comics writer.
Do you have like
so we have work from people like Frank Frazetta, who's Frank Frazetta, he'll like do an art piece. I think he might be passed away at this point. We might have lost him, but he does like an art piece and he'll sell it for like $20,000, and it's like Frank Frazetta is like a very highly acclaimed
that's good
artist.
Money. That's all I'll say.
Wally Wood, and then the only name I recognize is Alex Toth, but very cool to find this, man. So that'd be fun to read and just flip through. Because
do you have any do you have anything else, first of all,
to show off for buys?
Yeah, because I wanted to mention.
I'll say two things real quick.
Okay.
So, speaking of Ed Brubaker, I did buy Kill or Be Killed, volumes number 1, 2, 3. These were $5 each at a used bookstore. But I think the premise of Kill or Be Killed, like this guy who he's like depressed, and he it's a failed suicide attempt, and I think like the devil like comes to him and he's like, hey, if you don't start killing people, like you're gonna die or something like that. Oh. So he goes on like a vigilante
So the title's true.
Yes, the title is true, and it's like the devil or some like evil spirit's like, go out and kill people for me. Nice. And he's like, okay. And so he starts like killing like drug dealers and stuff like that. Okay. So he becomes like a vigilante. And people say it's like one of the best Brubaker and Phillips stuff. This isn't a hardcover, but I think the hardcover is like kind of rare, harder to find.
It looks good though.
I'll settle for these trades until I get something hardcover. But.
That's good. Do you have like any? You have one more.
Last thing. So
no, it's not a problem.
I've been doing a lot of it's like a genre I've been reading a lot recently. It's just like biographies, right?
Yeah.
So like comic book biographies. So this one is called Accidental Tsar, and the art kind of looks like that.
Okay, that's cute.
It's all about Vladimir Putin and
it's
how
not cute.
And how he it's cute, dude. How he like came to power, and like how he's like the biggest piece of shit, and
nice.
It's just like, like the dark side of Vladimir Putin's like rise to power, and like how he, was like killing all his people who disagreed with him and all that stuff. So
that's interesting. I'm not gonna read
it. Yeah, and I've heard it's like really good, and a lot of research went into it and stuff like that. So I've just been reading a ton of, and if we get into it later, if we get into like recent reads, I have 2 memoirs on there, or 2 biographies.
Do you have a book that you're like, and let's ignore like the big ones, do you have a book that maybe like you've just been like interested in, like, oh, like I would like to get this book, and like, because like of course, like if you ask me, I want the Star Wars, the Jason Aaron omnis, like that's cool. But, like any like specific book that like is maybe not that big, anything small that you're like, oh, I would really like to have this, because I know you like to collect those indie books.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm trying to think. There's not like something that that I'm like hunting, like I'm hunting this one thing, you know what I mean? It's kind of like whenever I walk into it, like I always try, like all this stuff I just showed you was all in like their used section, right?
Yeah.
So I try to find stuff that's like I can get for cheaper, but just rare stuff that I don't really see very often. So I think right now I'm trying to think of, I don't even know. You know what I will say? Like as they start like reprinting like all the Marvel stuff, like my worry on buying that as soon as possible has kind of gone down, like pre-ordering omnis and stuff like that.
Same.
I'm not as worried about it anymore. So I just like finding like rare stuff. So I think anything like Ed Brubaker or Sean Phillips.
There's this one book I've been meaning to buy. It's a graphic novel called Rusty Brown.
I've heard of that.
And I'm just gonna read you like the first sentence of like the synopsis.
Lay it on me, dude.
Rusty Brown is a fully interactive, full-color articulation of the time-space interrelationships of 3 complete consciousnesses in the first half of a single Midwestern American day, and the tiny piece of human grit about which they involuntarily orbit.
So I saw the like for those that don't know, you've probably, if you've been to like any bookstore, you've probably seen this. Like it's very distinct, like the cover and stuff.
Yeah. It looks really good, dude.
Yeah, no, I mean that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for, right? So if like I see that and it's like used, I'm more likely to pick it up.
I mean, even new, it's like I'm looking at it for $20 on that, like hardcover.
Dude, that's the other thing too with all this, like all these like indie stories, right? I found more often than not, like an indie hardcover is just so much cheaper than
$20 for Rusty Brown, and it's long. It's not like a short book.
Right. So you get it's like packed full of like good content.
It's
so
like almost 400 pages for just. It's a good price, $20 for a hardcover indie book, oversized. Too.
Yeah, that's a price where I'd pay $20. Like if I found that out in the wild, I definitely would pay for it. That one doesn't need to be used. You know what I mean? But I like a lot of the used stuff. It's like older by nature, right? So it's stuff that you just don't see like walking into like a new like Barnes and Noble and stuff like that. So I think that's why I tend to go for those. But what do you want to do next? Do you want to do some?
We're almost at the hour. We're at 13 minutes.
Yeah. You want to do some?
I mean, I can give you like a quick like what I've been reading, just like rapid fire.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. I mean, yeah. Lay it on me, dude.
Distillery. So moving on. No, I'm kidding. I read White Boat, which I thought was phenomenal. I read Spectrograph, also incredible. Blood Brothers Mother, also really good. Great. It's probably like out of the three, it's my least favorite, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just like comparing them. Like I think White Boat is like something else.
And then White Boat and Spectrograph. I think we tend to like those creators a lot more. So I think it makes sense that those would be higher up.
Here's the thing: Blood Brothers Mother is just a slower story. I feel like issue number 2 might bring me in.
Gotcha.
I'm on issue number 9 of Human Target. I started reading it at 2:30 p.m. today. It is 6 p.m. and I'm on issue number 9.
Isn't it good though, bro?
It's really good. I'm gonna make a video about it tonight. I don't care.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then what else did I started reading Creature from the Black Lagoon Returns, Rom V, Universal Monsters. I haven't finished it, but it is really good. And I'm trying to catch up on The Deviant. Partly because it's a good book, partly because now I feel like I have to, because like Joshua Hickson is a cool guy.
He's our boy, dude.
like I was talking to him and I'd just be thinking like, I haven't read your book fully.
Right, I gotta read issue 4 and issue 5 because it came back. And I gotta catch up.
I finished. I'm same as you. I read all the first 3 issues.
Yep.
Yeah.
Deviant. That's some good stuff, dude. There's actually I have like a little small stack of Tinian stuff I gotta catch up on. So
my stack right now is like this. I swear.
Right. My Tinian stack.
Oh yeah.
My full stack, but my Tinian stack is a couple books. So I gotta catch up on like World Tree, Deviant.
Oh yeah, World Tree. I'm I'm like on issue number 3, maybe.
World Tree's some messed up stuff, dude.
Yeah, that's my problem.
What a sicko, bro.
I only read at work. Like not only, but like I try to read at work to like pass the time. I answer calls, so like when it's slow, I get to read. I can't be reading the World Tree books. Sitting on an office.
Very true, bro. You go to HR, slickety split, buddy. They'd write your ass up, man.
Yeah, every time like I'm about to like bring a book into the office, I like just like flip through the pages without reading. Just like
just make sure like they need. Because dude, okay, so for those that don't know, in World Tree, there's like there's more to it, right? But there's this naked woman who just walks around just like slicing people's heads off.
Yeah, she is wearing
you're
nothing.
You're going to HR, brother, if you
She is wearing nothing like the whole time. And it's a good book.
Tattoos? She's got some tattoos, but that's about it.
No, it's an amazing book. This is not a complaint about the graphic content.
No. It's just I'm just giving you reasons why you can't read it at work.
I read at work.
Yeah.
If my boss is listening, which he's not, I do work. Check the numbers. That's
the thing, bro. You get your job done. I mean, you hit your metrics.
I'm hitting the KPIs. The KPIs are hitting.
Nice, dude.
But
that's a great list of recent reads. I'm glad you're starting Human Target, man.
I'm gonna finish as soon as we finish this call. I'm gonna finish Human Target and
Human Target. It's literally like top 10 for me. It's top 10.
I've heard
as soon as they put out the deluxe edition,
I've heard complaints
I'm
about
on
it.
That shit, man.
Like the reason why I started reading it was because you and I heard complaints about Human Target.
I know who you're talking. I know who you're talking about too. So, but we won't get into that whole thing. But
maybe
I was so surprised.
Maybe we'll get this person on one day.
One day. But that was like that's like the hottest take of all time. Yeah. That's the only person I've heard who doesn't like Human Target.
No, anything Tom King.
Right, right, and you're coming at it from just not being a Tom King fan in general, but dude, my recent reads, right? I gotta show this off.
Go for it. Oh, I hate you. I don't have it yet.
Okay, so I am so, not that I had anything to do with Dave Chisholm's success. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. But I am so proud of Dave for this read, man, because it just fucking blew me away.
Here's what I'll say, and I was talking to Sarah about this the other day. You know our friend Sarah. I'm looking dumb,
bro. Come on, man.
There's this thing I feel with like people I know when they do something. It's like Sarah's been streaming. She's doing Marvel Rivals right now. Great game. And the way I described it to her was, I'm proud of you because I always knew you would get to this point. I was just waiting.
Right.
You know? So that's how I feel about Dave. It's like, I know that man can put out a good book. I was just waiting.
Right. Not that like Into the Blue wasn't good, but like it's bigger, like, dude, Dave just keeps leveling up, growing, man. It's like,
and like it's like friends, you know. Like I see you, and like I can feel proud, even though I had nothing to do with, you know, like you moving.
Right. So it was just so cool, man. Because just being, we had Dave on, one time, or whatever. I want to get him on again because I want to talk about this book, man. Because it's honestly, so good.
We have so many friends doing like cool shit right now.
Yeah, dude. So like, as Dave was posting like his process for this and stuff like that, I knew it was a read I wanted to get.
Plus, like I love
being like a jazz fan, same as you, right?
I think like behind that John Mulaney record right there is "Bitches Brew" by Miles Davis. I'm like 1,000%.
Yep.
Yeah, Bitches Brew is back there. I love Miles Davis.
Yeah, Bitches Brew. I actually listened to Bitches Brew a lot. Yeah. There's parts in this, right, where, and I gotta ask Dave if this was like implied or like the way he kind of wanted you to do it. But he'll talk about how Miles is working on like a song or an album or whatever. So just naturally, I like put that album on while I was reading that part. So I gotta ask Dave if like he was like trying to go for that, if like that's kind of what he wanted the reader to do. But the other thing about this read that I will say, it's like, I like Miles Davis's music. I didn't know too much about him as a person. And it got pretty dark, man. I mean, Miles Davis is not the best person, right? Like people might know stories.
There's
just in terms of a husband, a dad. Maybe he's not the best,
There's
those,
listen. But, there's a lot of things that I will say about Miles Davis. First of all, go read the book. But if you want extra content,
like his actual book,
no, like that one you have in your hand right now.
Gotcha. Well, so I'll say real quick just before you go. I think like I think Dave took a lot of, because Miles Davis wrote his own biography. So he used a lot of material for that, for like the dialogue and stuff in this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There's this as extra content, because I do want people to read Search for Sound. There's this really good documentary, and I think it's on Apple. Like you can rent it on Apple or something. It used to be like on Netflix. It's called Miles Davis: Birth of the Cool, and it's dark. It's really dark. He did some things that I don't agree with, but as far as the documentary goes, it's really interesting. So I would recommend
he just led like such an interesting life. I mean, not the best person, like we've already gone over,
but dealing with like society at that time. Like one of the things that was really powerful to me about Miles Davis was talking about how like he was going to Europe to do like shows, right, and being a star over there, and then coming back here to like racism and segregation, and like it was the balance wasn't there, and that it's really impactful to like just listen to, because I think it's recordings of him talking about his life.
Yeah, so that was something that Dave was able to pull a lot from. Like Dave he's not making up anything with Miles Davis, right? He did a lot of research that went into it, so he has a lot of recordings that he pulled from, a lot of like Miles Davis's own words and his accounting of what happened and stuff like that. So very well researched book too. So I will say that. Like,
what I like about it is it's commissioned by the Miles Davis estate,
right?
And I like that they allow the darkness to be a part of the history. They don't shy away from
dude.
It.
Well said, bro. Because that was something that Dave wasn't shy about, like picking that scab, right, of like how dark Miles Davis's like points of his life could be, and the way that Dave renders like these dark points in the comic itself. Some of it gets a little scary, bro. Like the way that a lot of like dark colors, and the way that Dave I don't know. He gets into it, dude. It's a really great read. Definitely recommend it.
One compliment.
It's great in this oversized format too. I will say
it's
a little bit pricier, but
I'll give Dave this compliment. He has because he draws and he writes it. He has a very good way of capturing emotion through like the combination of his dialogue and the art. Because Enter the Blue made me cry, and I know I cry like easily, but like just like the way he handled relationships told through art and the writing, out of this world. I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean, dude. I think the fact that Dave can wear both hats, right, and he has like a vision of how he wants it to be, just allows him like a lot more freedom to like push those boundaries, right? He can get emotional in ways that maybe other writers and artists can't. For sure.
He's a good writer. And I'm excited to read that book because I love Miles Davis and I love Dave.
Dude, congrats, Dave, on the release of that book. Actually, see right here,
I know exactly what it is.
On the very bottom,
you can thank me
is
for
another
that.
book that this is what I got at C2E2. It's
you can thank
another work by Dave. It's Chasing the Bird. So the other biography did about oh shit, what's
Parker?
Charlie Parker?
Charlie Parker. Yeah. Charlie Parker.
Shit.
I think it's Charlie Parker because we both said Parker at the same time. No, we said Parker at the same time.
Some trumpet guy. So yeah.
Whoa, that's worse. They're gonna come at
some trumpet guy.
Yeah, it's Charlie Parker. You can thank me for that, Cody, because I did find that book. But listen, for you.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a fun read too. That's what he did before Enter the Blue, I believe. So that'll be a fun read. Another thing I want to mention, recent read. The last thing I'll mention, another biography. Jack Kirby and the epic life of the King of Comics. I didn't know too much about Jack Kirby, man. I will say, just as a comic fan, I really felt like I needed to know more about Jack Kirby, and he, this was a hard read, and the only way I'll say that is because just like an artist during that time, right? Like they're just eating shit from everybody, bro, and you just see like how much Jack Kirby grinded. Like he was pumping out comics like no other, man. Maybe like his personal relationship and stuff like might have suffered from it, but
he was the James
Tynion of the art.
He was the James Tynion of their time.
Right. Yeah, except for James Tynion is acclaimed, and maybe Jack Kirby. It took a little bit for him to get his due for sure. But
I mean, it's one of those things where like you're just surprised, like how can this person be doing so much?
Yes, dude, and you just see like how he's getting screwed over here. He goes and he works over here. He's getting screwed over there, and it's like, but no matter what, bro, he just kept grinding.
Give this man a break, like God.
Very, very inspiring read, dude. Also, he's kind of a badass, just in terms of like you're just getting like street fights all the time. Like just learning about like his early life and stuff like that is just such an interesting. I definitely would. This writer and artist who did this, Tom Scioli, he also did one on Stan Lee. So I have that as well.
Did the covers match
at some point, but. This one, he did a lot of research and he pulled from like Jack Kirby's like own,
that's nice.
Words and stuff like that. Very well researched, but
I'm excited, dude.
Just kind of sad just seeing Jack Kirby like go through most of his life without being fully recognized for the work that he did.
It is a sad reality,
especially when like near the end, dude, when they get into like the MCU start and stuff like that, and it's like. Damn, man.
I think like it's like one of those things where like that makes me sad, but knowing that at least now it's not making up for it, but knowing that there's respect there, it's like okay, now people are like I've seen people defend Jack Kirby, like
right, yeah. So it just I recommend reading it, dude, because it really did just give me like a more just this better appreciation for Jack Kirby and all the work he's done for the
100%
the comic book industry and everything. So that was the last recent read I had, man.
Okay, and before we close it out. Cody, let's talk future plans. Near future, what do you have in mind? You have a lot cooking.
I don't know if it's a lot. So
give me a
I keep hinting at it, but I really just need to like think of what the first episode would be, like the pilot episode, and just honestly just sit down and record it. But maybe this weekend, bro, I'll try to record it. But so my idea for the Kody show is just a bunch of stuff that I didn't want to bring onto the Color Break podcast. It's more like stuff that I don't know if Christian would be that into it, but it's mostly focused on like things that things that like news breaks and stuff like that. So I can give my opinions on it without, having to bother Christian about it. That's kind of the idea. So if like a new DC McFarlane gets announced, just announced for example, right? They just announced like a Green Arrow action figure, and I'm like, gotta get that shit now, dude. Like that's gonna go right on the Justice League shelf.
It's kind of funny. So, like first of all, do the Kody show. It sounds amazing. It's just funny because like I'm gonna end up watching all of it. Listen, of course I'm interested in watching it, but we also this is like our thing, like our. Like
so I think that
so regardless, it
should be cool. I mean, it's just another way to kind of like express myself in a way that I don't feel like it would fit on Color Break.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's more like a personal.
And it's gonna be posted on this channel or like your. Still this one?
I think it'll be on the Color Break channel
so
for sure.
One of the things like me and Kody want to do is be able to like create stuff on our own, but still within the Color Break umbrella.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, so like we still like it's still gonna be for us. Like I'm gonna enjoy it, and we're gonna work together on it in some way.
That's the best part, dude. I can watch videos that you make that I'm not in. Like when you went out the Howard the Duck one, I'm like, this is just a great video, bro. So it's like,
but it's one of those things where like it's not like. Because like I feel like there is like a thing of like, oh, I'm branching out on my own. It's not that. We're still gonna do it under Color Break, but it's just Kody's side. Like Kody knows things that I don't know, and I know things that Kody doesn't. So
yeah, it would allow me to maybe talk about video game stuff too. Like if I'm playing a game or like game news breaks and stuff like that. That wouldn't fit on Color Break Prime too.
And I'd love to.
And then another thing I want to say, just into the future, that I want to start doing more with Christian is talking about movies, dude. So once I move, I'm gonna be like 5 minutes from a movie theater.
Yeah.
So
that's one of the things I always think about. You having no movie theaters.
So because don't you go to the movie? You go to the movies like once a week. Though, don't you?
I did for a while, not anymore, but
so that's the thing, bro. Like not like
there's less
not MCU movies. I'm not talking nerdy shit. I'm talking. I wanted to see Monkey Man. I want to talk about Monkey Man with Christian. I want to see. The new Planet of the Apes. Talk about that with Christian or Challengers, bro.
Boys kissing, all of it.
Well, it'll be me, Christian, and then we'll get a girl on. We'll talk.
No. The important part of the Challengers isn't the girl, right?
I haven't seen it. But yeah, just like that, because I think I don't know. We'll call it like Color Break movies or some shit. But I just want to have like a 30-minute conversation.
I want to apologize for saying the girl. It's Zendaya. We respect the show.
I respect the shit out of Zendaya, bro. I can't wait till she's like a big time director with like 4 fucking Oscars. It's gonna be crazy.
Dude, yeah, I feel like we're gonna end up doing it. I would love to see something memory card or at least video game adjacent come out of.
Yeah, true. That's the other thing too, is for that one though, I think to do exactly what I want to do with that, I have to make connections with some of the indie game people. So I have some feelers out I could reach out to that I met at PAX East. But like for that one, I don't know if I want to just interview like regular everyday people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That one I'm still kicking around. I think I'm more excited about the idea of like the Cody show more than anything.
Yeah, that's cool.
I
have my show.
I want to talk movies with you.
I have my show Christian Tries, which I have never talked about here, and it's a working title. But it's basically I can say this. I'm not gonna say what all the videos are about, but I feel like for a while I was denying myself of being a nerd, but also living life. Like my mom used to like have to force me to go out with my friends. Like my mom would have to be like, "It's Friday, go out." When I was in high school, so you're
like catching up.
You're like, so I will say like Christian tries working out. I did mention I'm filming a video about working out. So that's one of like the topics. I have Christian tries the Renaissance Fair,
which I can't wait for because
which I haven't finished filming, and I'll explain something like real quick. I filmed like a vlog, but I feel like it's not strong enough to stand just as a vlog, so I'm probably gonna do like commentary sections.
And
just trying different things, dude. Cody
I think it's a sick idea.
Cody
it's a
can
sick
show
format.
up.
I mean, this guy's like he's like Anthony Bourdain, man.
Cody can show up in Christian Tries. Like it's definitely like it's not one thing. It's just me experiencing life. Instead of just making like a vlog, it's like I'm doing this. So yeah, that's what I'm working on.
So I think like from us, I think that our main goals will probably be obviously I just want to be more consistent with Color Break.
Yeah.
And then we got some cool possible guests lined up. So yeah, definitely look out for that. And then yeah, I want to get the Kody show up and going. I think I'm gonna wait on the memory card. I think that for right now will probably be our avenue to do cons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like panels. And then once I figure out like I'm still messing around with that idea, but that should be cool. And then the Kody show, like I said, that I want to get that up and running.
And
sounds like Christian's gonna be doing the Christian Tries thing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
whatever I call it.
That's all cool stuff, man.
Oh, and yeah, we'll try to do a live every now and then, like on TikTok or something.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I think that too. Like once I have like
no, once you move, I'm not gonna.
Like I want like I don't want to just like go. I mean, like it would be cool if we just go live and just talk to people, but I don't like. I wanted something else about it. I don't know.
Too. Like I want to like I love my room.
You know what sucks, dude? I lost access to TikTok Live Studio. If I had that still, that would like help out a lot.
Yeah.
Because then, dude, I was thinking, bro, what if I was just playing Guitar Hero, right? And then you're on the live, like talking to me and talking to other people too.
Yeah.
But it's just like me playing Guitar Hero. Is that crazy?
It is crazy because you wouldn't listen to me, but you also don't listen.
I would
to me
listen.
In general.
You can talk and play Guitar Hero because I won't sing. I won't sing the song.
I think like live streams every now and then would be like a good idea, you know, just because it's fun.
Yeah,
but cool. I have nothing else to say.
Nah, I'm out too. That's it.
Yeah, bye guys.